Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for waiting for me. It's been a minute. All of you are probably at work, but welcome to Card Chaos Live, where I shuffle my NBA trading cards to create one-on-one matchups that we may or may not see in today's NBA. Any player, any position, any era, anything goes. All right. So for those of you who are new, who don't know me, I'm Trisha Joy. I created this game when the NBA was on pause. That was like not even March, but like late, probably later in May. And I just thought that it would be cool to just create scenarios that players play against each other and you guys get to vote on who would win. Now, it is simple, but not because I don't want this to be like a back and forth debate, but I do give you guys a time. I give you guys 60 seconds to decide who will win. And all you have to do is comment on the board the name of the player who wins. Here's the clock, just a sample of the clock for some of you are new. Welcome everybody. I'm about to share my screen and show the clock. We've been having a bunch of these games. Today's episode is called Bye Bye Bracket, and I'm featuring players that have been sadly eliminated from the NBA playoffs. Although they gave a valiant effort, they weren't able to pull it off. Team injuries, you know how playoffs goes. But I just want to show off the cards for the card collectors here. This is the Embiid that we're featuring today. This is not my only Embiid, but this is the first Embiid I was able to find in my set. So we're gonna feature him. We're also gonna feature this Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? So as you know, yesterday Milwaukee was eliminated, and Giannis was injured. So unfortunately, he wasn't able to lead his team. Joel Embiid is still growing. The team, he's trusting the process. We're trusting it with him. But unfortunately, this year he wasn't able to succeed. So these are the two players that we are featuring today one-on-one. So when we get to their bracket, all right, think about it from now, but when we get to their bracket, think about who would win. We do have subs. So if any player that I picked today you do not like, you can call sub. Here are the 3 subs today. I'm going to put other people that we're familiar with. I wanted to throw in a big man. So here's Kristaps Porzingis. If you don't feel like a matchup is right, just call out a sub and the name. Another sub will be Kyrie Irving, not in the bracket, watching from home, but still would be a worthy opponent for somebody else. And last but not least, Tyler Hero. He has been impressing a lot of folks over the last few games. So without further ado, thank you guys for coming. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards to find the other 6 matchups. And let us begin. For some of you who don't know, I am very dramatic and I love music. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the theme music for Card Chaos. Go ahead and tag a friend and let us begin. All right, hold on 1 second. 1 second. I tried to get ahead of myself and I need to feed y'all this music. But go ahead and tag a friend. I'm about to begin. Welcome to Card Chaos Live. All right. For the first matchup in Card Chaos Live, we will have for the first matchup in Card Chaos Live, for the first matchup in Card Chaos Live, we will have Steph Curry. Steph Curry has popped out in this matchup on Card Chaos Live. Against Steph Curry, we will have Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday has popped out in this episode of Card Chaos Live. All right. In the third bracket, we will have oh, who popped out? None other than Luka. Luka has popped out. So Luca wants to participate in this episode of Card Chaos Live. Against Luca. Against Luca. Let's see who goes against Luca. Against Luca, we will have. Against Luca, we will have. Against Luca, we will have. Everybody popped out. Paul George. Paul George has popped out. So Paul George will be facing Luca in this episode of Card Chaos Live. Last but not least, in the last bracket. In the last bracket, we will have. In the last bracket, we will have. In the last bracket, we will have. I guess he doesn't want to be a sub. Russell Westbrook. All right. Against Russell Westbrook. Against Russell Westbrook. Against Russell Westbrook, we will have. Against Russell Westbrook, we will have. Against Russell Westbrook, we will have. Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker has popped out. So in this episode of Card Chaos Live, we will have. Thank you, everybody. Tag your friends. We will have Kemba Walker versus Russell Westbrook. We'll have Paul George versus Luca. Paul George versus Luca. Our featured bracket will be Joel Embiid versus Giannis. And last but not least, we have Jrue Holiday versus Steph Curry. All right, welcome to Card Chaos Live. Go ahead and tag your friends. This should be amazing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put the name of the game up so people know what's going on. Tag your friends. Oh my gosh, this will be such a good one. All right. Let's see who's here. 14 of you. Go ahead and smash the like button. What's up, Caleb? So Caleb, I'll explain this to you in a second. Basically, this is a one-on-one matchup game. And I give everybody or the audience 60 seconds to decide who will win in the matchup. Now, I'll bring up a bracket that I've had in the past so you guys can see how this works out and why I shuffled the cards. But the cards that I pick go into this bracket right here. All right. Right, this bracket right here. So I'll be putting the names. In the last episode, we had Ray Allen. Ray Allen beat out CP3 in the finals to win that episode of Card Chaos Live, episode 53. Today's episode, we're featuring Embiid versus Giannis because they have been eliminated. In the first bracket, we will have Kemba Walker. Sorry about my emails. Kemba Walker versus Russell Westbrook. Now, all you guys have to do is in 60 seconds, vote who will win. All right. So some of you are new. And I really literally have a 60-second clock that goes up on the board. So without further ado, I'll show you how it goes because all of you are new. My regulars are all at work right now. But the first matchup, like I mentioned, is Kemba Walker versus Russell Westbrook. All you have to do is tell me who would win in the comments. Just name who would win. And I will try my best to be a basketball lawyer and pick who will win. All right. So I have 60 seconds on the clock. All you have to do is say who will win. If y'all don't pick, I don't care. I will pick myself, but I will put the clock up and let's begin. So we have Kemba Walker versus Russell Westbrook. My clock. All right. So here's the thing. Kemba Walker isn't really respected. He's now in Boston. This is an older card, but you can see in the card in the corner they have Boston. Russell Westbrook, I think, would be able to win, but let's not disrespect Kemba because I do think Kemba Walker has a stronger handle. All right. I do think Kemba Walker is a more purer point guard and could get to the basket at will and does have that handle, right? And I do think he has a slightly better jump shot. But there's an aspect about one-on-one. Thank you, Trey. Thank you, Caleb. There's an aspect about one-on-one that I think that Russell Westbrook will be able to kind of bully his way to the victory. Russell Westbrook, as you know, is like a dog and an animal and like is super competitive. Not to say that Kemba Walker isn't competitive, but I just think that Russell Westbrook will bully his way through this. And I'm gonna let you know, guys. I'm gonna let you guys know up front. I am a Russell Westbrook fan, so there's a lot of bias in here. So I'm depending on you guys to pick. And it seems like my two new friends, Caleb and Trey, have voted. Trey says Westbrook. Caleb says Westbrook. Obviously no votes for Russell, no votes for Kemba Walker. So in the bracket, I will be moving on Russell Westbrook. It's as simple as that. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and bracket. I'm gonna go ahead and move on Russell Westbrook. Very simple. All right. In the next bracket, we have Paul George versus Luka Doncic. All right. So PG versus Luka, a very interesting matchup. All right. Go ahead and tag a friend. Thank you. And go ahead and hit the like button. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you, Trey. As you can see, this game is very simple. Here is the next matchup on the board. The next matchup is Paul George versus Luka. Sorry, my Luka card is sideways, but right. All right. Paul George versus Luka. I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock. 60 seconds on the clock. And let us begin. So Paul George versus Luka would never happen. And that's the point of this game. All right. Any position, any era, anything goes. Now, Luka is definitely one of the future faces of the NBA. Paul George right now is in his prime, right? Luka is not there quite yet. The young man is still killing the league. But, honestly, I'm going to have to go with PG. I feel like PG, yikes, because Luka is like one of those big body point guards that just don't care, and I think he could match up. He could probably post up Paul George, to be honest. All right. When it comes to handle, I feel like Luka and Paul George have a similar like level of ball handling skills. When it comes to jumpers, I think that Luka and Paul George do have a similar jumper. I wish I had the basketball reference in front of me, but I feel like Paul George would edge him out, but like not by much. Luka Doncic is the complete package, honestly, the complete package. But one-on-one, Luka versus Paul George, yikes. Very hard one. I'm gonna go ahead and pick for myself. I'd pick Paul George. Again, welcome to One-on-One Card Chaos Live, where I shuffle my NBA trading cards to create one-on-one matchups that we may or may not see in today's NBA. Any player, any position, any era, anything goes. Some of you are just joining. We have Caleb and Trey here running the board. So please feel free to join in. They just pushed through Russell Westbrook over Kemba Walker one-on-one. Now we just went through Paul George versus Luka Doncic. And it looks like between Trey and Caleb, it's almost a tie. Trey says PG just for the defense. Caleb says Luka. Listen, this was tough, and I'm gonna have to side with Trey on this one. I didn't even think about or cover Luka from a defensive standpoint, but Paul George, just in size, I think he might edge Luka out in defense, and that's it. I agree with Trey. So I'm gonna move on I'm going to move on Paul George, but this one is a great matchup to vote on. I do have a website called cardchaoslive.com where I put polls and other episodes. And if you're a collector, there are certain things you can buy on the site, but I'm going to put the poll up on cardchaoslive.com on Luka versus Paul George because I think it's very interesting. All right. Now for the featured event. The featured event is Joel Embiid versus Giannis. All right, so here's sorry. Here's my Joel Embiid. Not too fancy, but here's a mosaic Giannis. There you go. Um, and they both were eliminated from the playoffs, unfortunately. Shout out to Milwaukee Nation if they're in the building. Shout out to Sixers Nation if they're in the building. All right. So I just thought, let's get one more game out of these guys. They're leaving the bracket, but damn it. Right? Right? Damn it. Let's see what will go up. Thank you for the like. Again, if you really like the show, please hit the like button. Let Facebook know this is real. I already put Giannis and Embiid in the bracket. So again, Caleb and Trey has been running the board. Don't be shy, all right? I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock. We're going to vote Embiid versus Giannis. Embiid versus Giannis. Let us begin. Wow. Okay, so Embiid versus Giannis would be interesting because, all right, they're both technically big men, but obviously Giannis plays as a small forward, point forward for his team. Clearly, Joel Embiid is the big man for the Sixers, but he does shoot from the outside. All right. So here's the thing. I personally think that I would pick Joel Embiid just because Giannis, who is still growing, who is still trusting the process, he still needs to develop a jump shot. And I do think also, not only does Embiid have the jump shot, but Embiid can post up. Now, Giannis can post, but I feel like Joel Embiid is a little bit more developed in this area. So if I had to pick between the two of them, I'm going with Joel Embiid by a hair. Again, I do love Giannis, but as far as the offensive arsenal, right now, I feel like Joel is in front. Welcome to Card Chaos Live, where I shuffle my NBA trading cards to create one-on-one matchups that we may or may not see in today's NBA. Any player, any position, any era, anything goes. And it looks like Caleb was the only one to vote in the 60 seconds where Caleb could pick Giannis. Because Caleb is running the board right now. Caleb, and I just picked Joel Embiid. I'm gonna go ahead with Caleb's choice because Caleb is being so gracious and donating his time. So I'm gonna go ahead and respect Caleb's vote and not take that away. So Caleb, there you go. All right. For those of you who are watching, please don't let Caleb vote everything else. The last bracket is it is Steph Curry, right? It is Steph Curry versus who is that? Jrue Holiday. Now remember, we have two subs, right? We have some subs on the board, but I kind of like this one. Again, the subs are, and I might be only talking to Caleb, but that's fine. The subs are Tyler Hero. All right, I got a Prism Tyler Hero and Kyrie. All right, I had Russell West. No, and KP. All right, so we have Kristaps Porzingis, Tyler Hero, and Kyrie Irving. If you do believe that there should be a sub, Caleb, since you're the only one watching, Caleb, you let me know. But if not, we will continue. I personally, Caleb, not to push you, but I would prefer Kyrie Irving over Jrue Holiday against Steph. So if you don't say anything within the next 10 seconds, I'm going to make my sub and make this matchup Kyrie Irving versus Steph Curry. All right. Let me know if you're okay with that. If I don't hear anything, I'm going to move forward with Kyrie versus Steph Curry. Cool. All right. For those of you who are watching, welcome to Card Chaos Live, where I shuffle my NBA trading cards to create one-on-one matchups that we may or may not see in today's NBA. Any player, any position, any era, anything goes. I'm going to move on and put Steph versus Kyrie Irving. Yeah. Yeah. So Caleb says Kyrie over Caleb for sure. Kyrie over Jeru for sure. All right. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you so much, Caleb. You're my friend. I'm gonna go ahead and put 60 seconds on the clock. Let's begin. So the matchup right now is Steph Curry versus Kyrie Irving. Interesting. Okay, so they both are quick as hell. They both have a crazy handle. I would say that Kyrie has slightly better handle than Steph, slightly, but not enough, not something significant, right, to put a victory. As far as shooting, obviously Steph can shoot out the building, crazy, right? Kyrie is a shooter as well. I just feel like Steph may have a little bit of a better jump shot than Kyrie, but when it comes to like, I feel like a dog versus like one-on-one, I gotta go with Kyrie. I feel like Kyrie would be like slightly more aggressive to this victory, a lot more to prove, a chip on his shoulder. All right. Welcome to Card Chaos Live. That was a very, very tough one. We just did Steph Curry versus Kyrie Irving one-on-one. I picked Kyrie. Let's see what Caleb, this is your show today. He said Curry because of that shot. I'm the host, so I can't let this be about me. So if Caleb picked Steph Curry, I'm gonna go ahead and move Steph Curry up. But don't feel shy, right? Don't feel shy. So I'm gonna give you a clear shot of the board. Under normal circumstances, I would do something called 2-on-2 at this point, where I would team these players up to see who would win on a 2-on-2. And you can see that the controversial 2-on-2 that would end up right here. We have Westbrook paired up with Paul George and Giannis paired up with Curry. And there's these rumors that Giannis might go to Golden State. And we all know what happened last year with Westbrook and Paul George, but I'm not doing that today. Because we're back for after a long break. So thank you guys who have been watching. If you do like what you see thus far, please hit the like button, hit the love button though, because you might love it. All right. We're gonna skip that 2-on-2 and go ahead to the matchup. So the 4 people that are in the semifinals are Westbrook, Paul George, Giannis, and Steph Curry. All right, just gonna introduce them or give these players their just due. Go ahead and tag your friends. I know you love this, so just so we can give me a little breather. Here are the playoff. The semifinal matchups are Russell Westbrook, PG, Giannis, Steph Curry. All right, again, the semifinals is Steph Curry, Giannis, Paul George, and Russell Westbrook. All right, welcome to Card Chaos Live. Thank you so much. I just had to do that. It gives me a little bit of tempo. All right. So we're going to move on to the semifinals, and we're going to put up the bracket so you guys can see the bracket. We have Russell Westbrook versus Paul George right now. Russell Westbrook versus Paul George. This is going to make me very sad because I know how you guys are going to lean anyway, but this matchup is Russell Westbrook versus Paul George one-on-one. All you have to do is say who wins. Let us begin. So, very, very, very interesting. All right. So here's the thing. We all know that Russell Westbrook is a point guard, and Paul George is a small forward. We gotta go with Paul George. Even. What's up, Jason? Oh, Jason's always here. We gotta go with Paul George, even though I love Russell Westbrook. Gotta go with Paul George, even though we love Westbrook. Because, I mean, one on one, the question is, can Russell Westbrook defend Paul George? I don't think that Russell Westbrook can guard. Like, Russell Westbrook can guard anybody, but Paul George might be difficult because Paul George has a jump shot. Paul George has the handle, right? Russell Westbrook, Russell Westbrook could win, but not against Paul George, unfortunately. I just think it's going to be just a lot. Just a lot. It's a lot. It's the size. Paul George is bigger. It's the jumper. Paul George has a better jump shot. It's the defense. Paul George is a longer player. Paul George would probably be able to block all of Russell Westbrook's shots. It's taking a lot to save because I love me some Russell Westbrook. But Caleb is strong on the board. This is the Caleb Card Chaos Show. And Caleb picked Paul George. So Paul George will be in the finals for Card Chaos Live. Then in the next bracket, we have Steph Curry versus Giannis. Ooh. That's two different size players. But again, like I said, any player, any position, any era, anything goes. Again, it's any player, any position, any era, anything goes. All right. So here we go. I'm gonna put 60 seconds on the clock. Let us begin. All right. So we have Giannis, all right, clearly a bigger player against Steph Curry. Okay, this is easy but hard because we know that Giannis has size on Steph Curry. I'm not sure, like, if Giannis ever posted up Steph Curry, it's just straight buckets, right? So this is my plea for Giannis. Straight buckets if Giannis catches Steph Curry. First ball, first check, put Steph Curry in the post. Steph Curry, on the other hand, is going to, Steph Curry has a jumper. Steph Curry is quicker. Steph Curry is faster. I just don't see Steph Curry being beatable in this situation. He's just too fast. If he doesn't get his first 10 shots, by the time he gets to shot 11, to be quite honest, Giannis might be very tired. The one thing that Steph Curry has that isn't like a straight skill is endurance and stamina. And I feel like he'd get Giannis to a point where Giannis would be like, listen, I'm mad tired. I am mad tired. All right. Welcome to 101 Card Chaos Live. I'm having so much fun. Where I shuffle my NBA trading cards to create one-on-one matchups that we may or may not see in today's NBA. Any player, any position, any era, anything goes. Jason, who came in, Jason says Giannis. Caleb says Curry's my boy, going with him all the way, but Giannis cannot keep up with Curry. That is true, Jason. I am so sorry, Jason, but I'm going to have to go with Caleb. Right? And it's not just because Caleb is new, but I just think that Steph Curry is just way faster than Giannis, and he just tire him out. If we had more people here, Jason would tell you, Caleb, that I have a random name picker whenever there's a tie. But because me and Jason, right, Jason, we're gonna be nice, right, to Caleb. We're gonna give it to Caleb because Caleb has been participating for the whole daggone show. All right, so we're gonna go with Curry because I think Caleb is right in this. It is Caleb's card chaos. You see what happens when he said welcome to Caleb's card chaos, right? It is Caleb's card chaos for today. Caleb has been running the board. Jason said, okay, we'll be nice. All right. So it is Caleb card chaos. Caleb, thank you so much. I hope you've like the video so I could add you to our special group. And in that group, we create the one-on-one matchups and pick the subs. So I would love to have you there so that we can have you help, since you you were here for the whole episode on my comeback episode after the break. All right. Here is the matchup of the finals. This is the finals right now. We have Steph Curry versus PG. Steph Curry versus PG. Okay, so I'm gonna put 60 seconds on the clock. Steph Curry versus PG, the card chaos or Caleb card chaos final for today. All right, so we have Steph Curry versus Paul George. Now listen, this is a matchup that's going to be difficult because Steph Curry does have the quickness. He has the handle. He has the jumper. But so does Paul George. Paul George has the quickness, the handle, the jumper. To me, in terms of skills, they're both tied. Just a little bit of this card before I move on. In this card, this is a picture of Steph Curry's a good game in 2016. It pains me to read the back, but he scored 46 points on Oklahoma City Thunder. This is Paul George. Paul George, Clipper. Well, it's a Clippers card. No, it's actually a Thunder card, actually, where he averaged 20 points a game for the Thunder. But besides all that, I think it really comes down to stamina. I'd pick Steph Curry, to be honest. And y'all know I'm not the biggest Steph Curry fan, but I'm just trying to be unbiased and look at the skills one-on-one. But let's see what you guys pick. So, Jason says Paul George. Jason says Curry can't drive like Paul George, and Curry don't have his handle. Are you sure? You think Paul George has a better handle than Steph Curry? Interesting. We're gonna have to talk about this in the Card Chaos group. Also, Caleb said hard decision, but PG for the W. Interesting. So it looks like, despite the fact of me picking Steph Curry, which that means hell's gonna freeze over. Paul George has won this episode of Caleb Card Chaos Live. All right. Or Card Chaos Live, but Caleb took over the show. All right. So if you're watching, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and share. But this was a good episode. It feels good to be back. I'll let you know, guys, in a little secret. I tried to do it at 11 o'clock at 11 p.m. But I be so tired at night. I'm not as young as I used to be. So I had to bring that down. I had to bring it back to 11. I had so much energy at 11. Before y'all go, I need to pick the matchup for, at least pick the subs for next week. We didn't get to use our subs, which were Tyler Hero. No, we did. Tyler Hero and Kristaps Porzingis. But if we can pick two subs, and then I'll pick the mystery sub, the one that I'll put in at any point in time. All right. So let's just pick two cards. I think this guy is gonna be doing some work today. What about Kawhi Leonard? Are we up for Kawhi Leonard as a sub for Wednesday's episode of Card Chaos Live? We're here every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern. All right. So the first option or first choice I have is Kawhi Leonard as a sub. All right. Caleb is talking about Steph Curry's handle. I agree with Caleb. I think Steph Curry has better handle than Paul George. All right, back to the subs. I have Kawhi on the board. How about our friend who was a hot card at the beginning, Pascal Siakam. If you guys want Pascal Siakam, all right. Caleb says he likes Kawhi. So Caleb is already picking the subs. We're gonna go ahead and go with Caleb's choice with Kawhi. Let's pick one more sub before I let you go. Here is. What if let's go old school. We have Jason Kidd. I have this I forget what you call this one. This Jason Kidd. We have Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd can be a sub. We have Spider. Spider is also home, but Spider had a very valiant fight before he left the bubble. So what about Donovan Mitchell? Donovan Mitchell is up. Another one we can pick. We can go old school again. Since he's been in the news saying that he could drop 45 in this era. What about Reggie Miller? Reggie Miller can be a sub in the next episode of Card Chaos Live. Just let me know which ones you're liking. All right. Shout out to New York. Can we throw in something random like an Allen Houston? Allen Houston could be the next sub on Card Chaos Live. You guys let me know. All right. For those of you who are joining so far, the people that I picked for next episode sub, all you have to tell me is who you like. We just had Allen Houston up for vote. We had Reggie Miller, same era, up for vote. We had a new era, Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell could be another sub. Jason Kidd, back to old school. And we have Pascal Siakam. All right. Jason, we're going to give you, Jason, we're going to give you one for the day. We let Caleb do everything. I'm going to give you one, Jason, because Jason's always here. Jason, I'm going to send you a wristband after the show. Just give me like a mailing address. So based off of what you guys picked, we are going to go with these two sub. Caleb, you also want Jason Kidd? Jason Kidd as well? Okay, let's do the three. All right. Interesting subs. All right. So the subs for the next episode of Card Chaos Live are Jason Kidd. All right. This hologram Jason Kidd that I have. We are going to go with Allen Houston. Nitty gritty. Allen Houston didn't get that much respect. And Caleb's choice is Kawhi Leonard. Those are the three subs for the next episode of Card Chaos Live. If you enjoyed this, please go ahead and hit the like button. Thank you so much, Caleb. Jason, I know you're at work, but you always stick your head in. Thank you. It means a lot from the bottom of my heart that you do jump in from time to time. Hopefully everybody gets to catch the replay because Caleb made some very interesting choices. I almost lost my breath. Caleb made some interesting choices during this episode, but we're glad to have you, Caleb. Hope to see you in a next episode. All right. This time just flies by fast, like almost 45 minutes. All right. So yeah, that's my show. I don't like long shows. I like quick and to the point. We're going to be back on Wednesday. We're also adding another segment. Joe Alemo, he's going to do a segment that I think is going to be very interesting. It's going to be featured in this episode in between the first round and the second round, but it can really stand on its own. It's going to be called Pop and Drop. And we are going to highlight two cards that are about to pop and two cards that if you have in your possession, you should drop, maybe because the value will drop. All right. So we're going to add a little bit of stuff to help those card collectors. Jason, I know I'm forcing you into buying cards. You never thought that you would participate, but it is fun. Caleb, I don't know if you're a card collector yourself, but the card industry is popping right now, and so it's a great time to get in or just observe until you feel ready. But this little 2-minute segue between the rounds is going to be called Pop and Drop, where we feature what two cards are about to pop and what two cards are about to drop for the week. All right. So again, I want to thank you. Thank you for joining Card Chaos Live. Go to the site, cardchaoslive.com. Go on the page. We have shirts for sale. We have card accessories on the site for sale. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jason. All of you, you're welcome to follow. We would love you here. Welcome to Card Chaos Live, and I will see you on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Thank you. Thank you so much.